feeling close to nature in a way that very few people these days have that opportunity, you know? So when I wonder what is the big pull power of our trip over here, and I think that the pull power is ultimately this being close to nature, learning how to go with the flow, learning how to have downtime. You know, that's one of the most difficult things, is just the idea that, oh, okay, so we have a few hours just to relax and look at the fireplace and take a walk down to the waterfront and just enjoy this wonderful magic light that we have for most of the time, most of the daylight hours here. You have this magic light. And that's something that I think is the most powerful part. I think it's more powerful even than the dog sledding, the trekking. It's just this ability to be.
But that's the funny thing, you know, I take so many things for granted because this is kind of my lifestyle. This is the way we do it here. And when you say the things you say, the way you say it, then I will be like, oh my God, that's true. Because it's true. That's how it is. I think people who come here needs to be like open-minded, that sometimes when things doesn't go like planned, it also is a gift, because then you had the chance to experience something that wasn't planned, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
It's also a gift, you know.
Absolutely.
We have some things we have planned to do, but maybe you're lucky to experience something else.
And so, you know, a lot of people, they wonder, because it's often very difficult to understand what kind of experience they're likely to get when they come to a trip like this, like whether or not it's for them. They don't really, maybe they don't exercise, maybe they exercise a lot, maybe they are already adventurers, maybe they have never done adventure before. And this kind of experience, I find that it's for everybody, but everybody has to kind of understand, based on who they are and where they are in their life, what their expectation should be of this trip. So for example, if you're somebody who goes to, you know, high altitude climbing, whatever, when you're coming here, you're going to experience a more chilled out, relaxed, kind of enjoyment focused. You're still going to do stuff, chop wood, make fires, all that stuff, but it's not like expedition. You're not on the go. It's not like morning to night.
Tired in another way.
Yeah, exactly.
Tired in another way.
Yeah. And then for people who are kind of, this is the first time they ever do something like this, then maybe actually for them, it is their Kilimanjaro, you know, it is their big experience. And they see it maybe a little bit differently, but that's what's so unique about this trip, is like, it is for everybody. And also we can take it based on their level, right? So if we see that people want to kind of push a little bit, we push with them. If people want to kind of relax a little bit and they would rather not do much today, well, the cabins are here. They can always just have the day looking at the stars, enjoying their time, making marshmallows on the fire, outside or inside. We have
lie
space.
In the snow, making angel.
Maybe that can be the adventure, you know, for the day. And so it's super flexible in that way, and that's really nice. But I wanted to ask you, so you said you were talking about like the history of this place, and one of the things that you really do get when you come here is a sense that people on this island are really from here, and there's a community here. We see you, you know, we're driving around, you know everybody, you say hi to everybody. And I've started to see familiar faces because of the number of times I've been here too. And so who are, you know, people will have researched the Sami people. Who are the Sami people, and what is their relevance to where we are up here for people who don't know anything about the culture coming to the Arctic region?
Well, here on the island, we have two Sami families, family herder, and one is north and one is south. And the Sami, I cannot say exact when they kind of, but Sami people is our Indians. How do you say it in English?
The natives.
Yeah, the natives. And for us, the culture is very special and unique. They are very thankful and for the nature and the weather, and with the animals, they kind of treat them like the cat or the dog you have home. Even though they are wild, the reindeers are wild, but they are owned. And the story is kind of, if I go into what they do through the year, it will be a lot, but It's like to be a farmer who have cows in a way, but the Sami people have the reindeer and they are wild out in the nature. And the reindeer meat, it's actually more healthy than salmon. And many people are like, are you kidding? But that's true. It has more of the omega-3, 6 and other things. It's wild meat. It's not stressed meat. And the Sami family people, they have these beautiful suits for different kinds of weather and traditions and seasons. And oh my God, I could maybe talk for hours. I don't know where to start. But
so they're the traditional reindeer herders of the Arctic region, basically.
Like I'm the Sami, sea Sami.
Okay.
Because I'm born with the tradition of fish and the potato.
Okay.
Many people will say the potato and the fish made the Norwegian people.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you made the Norwegian people.
I made the Norwegian people. I made 3 of them.
True. Yeah. That's true. Can't argue there.
So the sea Sami were by the coast, and the reindeer people up in the forest, more or less.
Yeah. Oh, that's incredible. Yeah. That's incredible. So you have different Sami traditions based on maybe which fjord you were born in, which area you were born in.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. That's so interesting. And I guess when people come here, they have the opportunity also to talk to you and talk to other people and learn a little bit more about the culture and the way way that this happens, which is so nice.
And that's what I'm trying to do here in my resort. It's actually we were talking about more like the authentic thing. And what is luxury?
Right.
What is luxury? Is it to have a golden sink, or is it actually to learn something and see how it was one time?
Right.
It's a big discussion. I will say it's to learn. But to come here, then you kind of will have the feeling of meet the locals, meet the old traditions. How did the fishermen live back then with the units you have? And I think that it's luxury. It's like close to nature. The nature plays the main role.
I think you have a very unique place here where we stay on this trip, because it is absolutely close to nature. There is such a beautiful, authentic feeling, because a lot of these are converted fishermen cabins. A lot of them have been taken from the tradition of the island, but at the same time, there is that premium feel. You have cabins that are seafront with, heated, beautiful, hot tub outside, sauna, so many things that you have here that are considered would be premium. But when you look at it from afar, it looks like a village for fishermen,
that's true.
And then you go inside and then you were like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. Everything, like even where we're sitting right now, this old kayak, every little detail has been thought about in a really interesting way. And I think a lot of people out there these days, that's what they want. I agree with you. I think luxury is in the detail of what you're doing and where you are. Yeah. It's not about the 5 stars anymore. It's not about the huge resort. It's about having that experience that you'll never forget in your life. And a place like here, what we do here on this island, with you in this place as our base, it brings that all together in such an incredible way that I don't think any words can really describe it. It's one of those places that you have to come here to experience.
Yeah, it's something about planting this feeling that you want to feel again.
Right.
Yeah, the good feeling.
That's amazing. Hege, before we wrap up on this wonderful coffee chat, I wanted to ask you a couple of things. First of all, about clothing.
Yeah.
So clothing is a big thing, because a lot of people who would come to this region, normally if they have any idea of adventure, normally it would be something that they would have done in completely different environments, maybe in the Alps skiing, maybe Kilimanjaro trekking, maybe in Nepal, elsewhere. But coming here is super unique because it's the Arctic, and it's the Arctic in the winter, which is a completely different game when it comes to what you need to wear. And also because we're not moving in the same way like we are if we're doing a big trek. A lot of the time we might just be stopping to look at the northern lights and try to capture the picture, and it takes time, and we're in one place. So what are some of the things that people need to know about how to prepare, what to bring with them in terms of gear and clothing for this experience in the winter?
I think if you have in mind that you need to keep warm, to keep warm, to maybe have like natural materials like wool. I also know that bamboos could also be like a good warming thing. Technical layers is for big activities where you maybe get sweat or something, like go skiing, I don't know, but you know, activities. But here we need to think, keep warm. So wool layers, maybe 2 wool layers. And then like your sweater here, perfect. Wool buff, good gloves. And actually, when we are talking about gloves, you want to have your fingers together because then you keep them more warm.
Okay.
Because we're not going skiing. Yeah, we want to keep warm.
Right.
And also for the feet, good wool socks and thermo shoes.
Yes.
That's, yeah.
So a lot of the things like...
And one thing with shoes, rather take some shoes that is a little bit bigger than exact size and they look cooler or whatever. We don't want to look cool. We want to keep warm.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. 100%. That's, perfect.
Yeah.
I love that. So a lot of people might have some limitations on what they can find where they are. So I know that over here we have some things that we can maybe help them with, like shoes and thermal suit. What are some of the things we can help with the people who are joining us here?
I do have wool socks, so that could help. And also the thermal shoes and the suits, as you said.
Yeah.
And have I missed anything?
I think we got them all. Some headlamps, some stuff. All the technical gear we have for the games that we play.
Snowshoes and all
of that.
Kayak equipment, of course. But the thing they need to bring is like warm clothes, like wool layers, a good warm jacket, maybe with feather.
Right.
Feather is very good.
Yes.
Also pants, if possible.
To get like thermal pants, for example.
If it's possible, that would be amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. I think that makes a lot of sense. A lot of people they kind of shy away from the big thick things because they're used to technical gear for activities. But here it was really cold, and you need to be layered up. Yeah. So the thicker, the bulkier, the more wool layers you have, the better it is.
Yeah. You can say that when we start, for example, for the snowshoeing, we can start with just a few layers and the jacket.
Yes.
And when we head to the place where we are going to eat or have the bonfire, then we have in the backpack more to put on.
Okay.
So that's something we also do when we go skiing here. We have some extra in the backpack. Maybe we change it all when we are on the place where we are eating. Right.
That happened to me today. We went up there. I was in full thermal suit. We got to the fire going. I needed to take things off, and it changed what I was wearing right there because to be comfortable. So absolutely, and the sun was out as well. It was a wonderful day. So we really had a wonderful day today. One last question for you for this trip: who are or let me kind of phrase it like this. A lot of people would be watching this, probably thinking, hey, this is something I want to experience, all right? But they're not sure. Maybe they're a bit nervous. Maybe they're a bit scared. Maybe they feel this is far away from what they know, or maybe they feel like, oh, I don't know the people I'm going with. How is it going to be? What would we tell, those people, the people who are kind of a bit nervous, they want to do something new, something different, but maybe they have never done anything like this before. They've never taken that step. And what can we say to them? Because I know from you and both you and I, we've been there before. We didn't take, at some point, it took courage to take a step, right? So what can we maybe tell some of these people who are watching and are thinking, I need that little.
I think first we can say nobody needs to be scared, because just in a half a day you have like a new family. You have new friends, and that's the way I see it. Because is there one thing I love to do, it is to build relationship. And I think everyone who actually goes on these trips have the same idea. And the special thing with this trip is that we are never more than 8, 9 with me. So we are like a small group together, and we do everything together. Of course, you can go and have your break alone, but quite fast. We are like a small family, like siblings together.
Right.
I will say.
Yes.
And about the activities, there is no stress at all, because it's not that you need to learn, or, well, you will learn it. You don't need to come here and be an expert. It's easy things, one step forward the other, and then we are going.
Right.
Yeah.
We had even some young people here with us on this trip.
Yeah.
And on the first day, they were so nervous about the cold, but today they went and did the trek, and they're so used to it, and we were so surprised. Like,
and now they are out driving tractor.
They're out driving the tractor right now as we speak. Yeah. It's incredible how people adapt and they learn and they change and they evolve. It's so incredible, and we get to see that, and that's wonderful. So Hege, it's so wonderful to chat with you.
Well, thank you for being a part of the family.
Thank you so much for having us, and thank you so much for hosting us for all these years. We love being here. It's my favorite place to be. I come here and I feel like it's a big reset for me every single time.